Good evening, everybody. This is Jeremias, JMan Maneiro with JMan Seminars with a special holiday edition of JMan Speaks. We have an amazing guest tonight. It's Tori Toth from ToriToth.com, and we're talking about staging your home for the holidays. Tori Toth, it's great. I can't talk anymore, but it's great to have you on the show tonight.
Thank you so much. Can you believe the holidays start tomorrow, the official kickoff?
I can't believe it, and it's mostly because I don't usually do much for the holidays. I'm just a big eater for Thanksgiving and then a big sleeper. But my wife does do a lot of amazing things, so I know it gets crazy. And I like to do all my holiday shopping, actually, if you can believe this, on Christmas Eve.
What?
I'm the guy.
You won't see me in the store from now until after New Year's because I can't deal with the crowd, so I just do everything online.
Oh, yeah, I'm the guy who's calmly walking through the mall on Christmas Eve doing all his shopping. But let's get back to our conversation here. So we're talking about staging your home for the holidays, not just people who have their houses on the market, because everybody has guests.
Yeah.
In best light possible. They want to impress everybody when they come over, and it's not always show ready. So what kind of tips and tricks do you have for us to get stuff ready quickly, since some of us may have people coming over tomorrow morning?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think first of all, you really need to kind of be prepared and have a plan in place. So know ahead of time who's coming. Even if you don't really know, have, certain amount of drinks in hand, maybe some food in hand, keep the house clean. I like to tell my clients, whether this is the holidays or not, try and do daily things to your home so you can keep it clean. So do the dishes daily after you use them. Try and vacuum once a night or every other night. I have 6 animals, so I need to vacuum my house every night. Pick up before you go to bed, because in the morning you can walk downstairs or to your main area of your house and just have a pretty decent space and not a lot that you need to do to pick up in order to be ready. But I think too, you just need to declutter and consider the architecture of your home and the positive features in each room, and try and highlight those with your holiday decor.
So what about the folks, and I'm not going to say this was ever me, but people are coming over and they just take everything in the living room, dining room, and kitchen, and they just throw it in that one room that's like the catch-all. Like they're like, quick, people are coming, and that's what they do. Like, is that a good approach, or would you shy, people, we shouldn't do it? Or what do you think? Because right now, if I'm not doing this every day, like you say, I'm not doing the cleaning every day. And I'm not saying this is my house, but I'm just saying people that I've worked with in the past, where they have a lot to do in a short period of time. What should they do? Like focus on what matters most, where most people are going to be, or what's your advice for them?
You want to focus on the main areas of the home. So if you're just going to be entertaining and you're inviting guests over, obviously kind of keep them contained and set boundaries in your home. Hopefully people aren't just walking through unless, it's you just got the house and you're showing it off to everybody. You don't need every single room completely cleaned. You could throw stuff in your master bedroom or in places where they really shouldn't be going anyway. But if you're going to be selling your home and these are actual buyers coming into your space, then yes, clean everything, because we know they look through closets and drawers.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I know my wife was showing a house the other day, and she had a client where they got up on the roof. They went up on the roof. They hadn't even written a purchase offer yet. But that's a whole nother story, another show. So we're talking about Thanksgiving. Would you say like Christmas time is the same? Like if you had a lot of people at your house, and with kids especially, I know that we can clean the house and then you turn for a second, and then next thing you know, everything's a mess.
Mm-hmm. For toys and things like that, I would say you need to kind of put a system in place where you can just immediately throw it in some type of storage container, a decorative storage container, and then just put the lid on it and hide it out of sight. You can use ottomans, you can use hat boxes. So things that can actually be used as decorative pieces throughout your room, but they're also some pretty good, clever hidden storage.
Like that. What about decorations like I always think Chevy Chase and Christmas Griswolds, Christmas with the Griswolds with too many lights. Like, do you feel like less is more, or what's the proper? Like, I have my house on the market. Let's say, how much should I decorate for the holidays, and what's appropriate?
So for outside, you would most likely want to avoid any big blow ups, or anything that's got like a Disney character on it or something like that. Try and use statement pieces instead, like a big wreath on your door, or even if you celebrate Hanukkah, just a winter seasonal wreath. It doesn't need to be Christmas related. You want to stick to a theme too. I definitely think less is more. So when you're putting lights and stuff like that on your house, highlight the architecture of the house. So if you have nice pitches and I don't know, but if you have like a nice architectural feature on your house, highlight that with some white lights. Landscaping too. I wouldn't do all the colors and create. I don't know. This is like one of my pet peeves. I hate walking around my neighborhood and there's just like lights thrown up everywhere and none of it makes sense. It's not really highlighting everything. You could see the wires more than anything else. Yeah. So be strategic about your lighting. Try and light like the roof line of your house to show the actual architectural style of it. And of course, any big trees or landscaping that you have around your house. And highlight your front door as well, because that's where buyers are going to be walking up into, and your guests. So they should be welcomed and invited straight from the curb.
So how do you feel about like the gingerbread cookies being made and like that kind of stuff, like hot chocolate? And are you for it?
I don't think that hurts. I mean, those are things that remind people of the holidays. When people are looking for homes during this time of year, they're kind of in desperate need, right? Because who would want to be buying a home during the holidays if you didn't really have to? And selling as well. So it can go either way. But putting those little extra touches in is really going to set the scene in that home and could potentially emotionally connect that buyer to a smell or a taste, which would make them more willing to make an offer.
Yeah, I know. I was showing a house in the middle of the summertime. And I don't typically, it depends on how the house smells, obviously. If you walk in and it smells like normal, let's say, and then we walk through the kitchen and the smell of chocolate chip cookies, I'm telling you that if there isn't a smell that feels like home, I don't know what is. And then we went out to the deck and they had like lemonade and everything just strategically placed. And it was like the buyers sat down, they had a glass of lemonade, and then they could really feel there's an emotional bond there where it feels like home. I think the key is to the sellers weren't there and we were able to sit down and kind of enjoy ourselves. And if they can't see themselves in the home, they're not going to make an offer. That's, I guess, rule number one, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get them to linger in the home longer than 5 minutes just to take the quick tour, then there's a potential chance that you guys as real estate agents have a better chance of actually selling them on the property, and you're showing them the lifestyle that they could potentially have if they were to buy the place.
Yeah, so there's the old adage, sell the sizzle, not the steak. And that's what I always think about, that the lifestyle is the sizzle. What is it like to live here? What is it like to be a homeowner in this neighborhood? Let's see, just keeping your house show ready for the holidays, just for guests. I think, like you said, knowing how many people are going to be coming over, but then you have to always be ready. Like I always tell my son, this just applies to life, but it's like, no, right? Because this time during the holidays, people are back from wherever they live. You don't know who might pop by and visit, and you got to have the house ready. So anything,
just try and have extra things on hand. Have toiletries and other supplies. If you're going to be having overnight guests, a lot of people will forget these things. You can create a welcoming basket in your guest room of little snacks and water and some toiletries, just to make them feel a little bit more at home. And those are things that you don't necessarily have to change out all the time. If you close your guest room when you don't have guests over, it stays pretty much clean if you tell the kids to stay out of it. But so then you wouldn't really have to worry about their space so much as just your own main areas. But I think entryways too are important. You want to keep your walkways clear. Try and reduce closet clutter, because at this point, I know us in the Northeast, we have to start dealing with coats and boots and hats and all this other stuff. So have a place for your guests to have that, to put that away.
Yeah.
Bring the outside in. You know, the entryway is it's a great starting point, and it transitions you from the outside in. So it's always nice to have a plant or some type of greenery in that room too. And you introduce your holiday decor. So depending on the type of home you have, if you have a traditional home, then you're going to want to use some more traditional decor pieces. But I think overall, the decor that you should be using if you're going to be selling your home should just be natural, organic, winter related, versus having, you know, Santa out and all the craziness going on inside your home.
Yeah, that was going to bring me to my next question. Like, when is the time to remove the decorations? Because it's like, I have friends that keep their lights and, you know, their decorations up, and it's springtime already. It's like next holiday season. And, you know, for me, it's like, I just want to, after the New Year's, be done with it. And let's, like you said, keep it wintry, I guess would be a good tip there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it either. I think at that point, people are just lazy. We're gonna call it laziness, yeah, that they don't take their stuff down. For me in my house, my decor is constantly changing. I guess that's just because of the field that I'm in. But so I decorated for Halloween. As soon as Halloween was over, I changed all that out. I decorated for Thanksgiving. So Friday morning, once Thanksgiving is said and done, I will go out, get my Christmas tree, and start decorating for Christmas. I know, what is that one holiday that runs a little bit later than Christmas? Something like that.
We call it Hispanics. It's Three Kings Day. It's January 6th, I think.
Yes. Yeah. So I would say after that, because I think that's the final countdown. Then everything should be gone, let's say, by January 15th.
Okay. Well, I like that idea. If you're working with sellers, at least give them kind of a general rule of thumb. And then agents who are out there watching this, you have to go back and take new pictures. If your pictures when you listed the house had Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever kind of decorations there, go in there, freshen it up, please. If it snowed and now it's not snowing anymore, take new pictures, keep it fresh. Any tips from that arena?
Well, what we like to do is tell the client ahead of time, if we can get to them before they start decorating, don't decorate until you get the pictures done and out of the way, because then that saves you guys a step of going back and retaking the pictures, at least on the inside. But if not, then yes, that's definitely a very valid point, because it's going to make your listing look stale immediately.
If it lasts that long, right? Our goal, I guess, I know you're in the, Queens area?
Yes.
Yeah, so Queens, I heard Queens, Nassau County, like there's a huge shortage of inventory. I don't think you guys are on the market long enough to even worry about stale pictures. You know, I think it's hours on market rather than days on market over there, right?
It is quicker, but still, if you find yourself in that situation, it is a good idea.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you first, and maybe tell everybody a little bit about what you do. It's a little bit different than the average stager, right? You do a lot of the stuff virtually using technology, and since I'm a tech guy, I could always appreciate that.
Yes. So I've embraced technology in my staging company. I became a stager back in 2009 and was doing what I like to call the traditional staging, which is going into people's houses and dealing with their stuff or then designing vacant spaces. But since embracing the technology, I have gone online. So I have an online home staging video course that teaches sellers the steps that they need to take in order to get their home properly prepared for sale. I have other products like books, checklists, mini courses that are broken out of that bigger major course, as well as online staging consultations. So I can help the homeowner or the real estate agent near or far. You don't need to be in my neighborhood. You get access to me.
So plug the website. Is it toritoth.com?
Yes, it's toritoth.com. And actually, I'm going to be launching a Black Friday to Cyber Monday sale starting Friday at 12:01 midnight. So if you go to torietoth.com and shop, you'll be able to get 50% off. Promo code Black Friday 01.
Black Friday. We'll put it in the comment section of this video. We'll put the website. We'll put what the Black Friday sale is, and be sure to subscribe to Tori's YouTube channel. You want to tell me what it is?
Yes, youtube.com/Tori Toth Home. We do lots of home painting, decorating, DIY videos over there. So if you have any video ideas, because a lot of agents, what they'll do is use those videos in promos.
Yeah, so if you have any questions, you're watching this right now, you could always just comment here. What would you like to know about staging a home? You know, keep in mind that staging services can be for anybody, regardless of whether you're putting your house on the market. I know I have a lot of clients that once they move in, if they're upsizing, downsizing, it's a new space. So it definitely helps to have, you know, an expert look at it, whether it's virtually or in person. They can still do what they do and kind of give you a great idea. Because some of us are experts in the fields that we get paid to do, and you shouldn't be decorating your house. Okay, so I guess in closing, I would just say hire a professional, whether it's real estate or staging. Okay.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow us, the Maneiro team at Remax Realty Group, and ToriToth.com. Thank you so much. Anything else you want to say in closing?
Happy holidays, Sam. And I hope you come visit me over the side.
All right. Yeah, you're welcome. Happy holidays, everybody, and be safe out there.